morning and welcome to Woohoo Wednesday. So it is a really big Woohoo Wednesday because I have an announcement to make, and well, when Nettie makes announcements, sometimes they're just like big and sometimes they're a little messed up. Well, what I mean by that is I've been doing some discerning about moments with Nettie and realized that we're coming up on a 1-year anniversary because my first Woohoo, well, it wasn't my first Woohoo Wednesday, it was my introduction to Moments with Nettie, started in September last year. And you think about September 2019 and what we've lived through in almost a year, it's kind of overwhelming. So I was having a wonderful discussion with my nurse practitioner yesterday, and you know who you are. You're very special in my life. She watches and she's an encourager, but she's also very, very good and dedicated to Nettie's health and well-being. Another dear friend, I'll say friends, my spiritual directors, have been pretty good about helping me guard my spiritual side and my psychological side, because you can only be giving to people when you have something to give. And I wake up every day with ideas that I want to share, but the truth of the matter is, when you're doing a production like Moments with Nettie, which is 2 videos a week, and a Sermonetti podcast a week, there comes a point when you realize why TV shows take hiatus time for renewal and refreshment. And I preach that all the time. I do. And, so since when do I take my own advice? That's typical. The only ones that don't suffer from taking your own advice-itis is veterinarians, because, I wouldn't ever want to take flea medicine, but, well, that's beside the point. So, this is what I'm thinking. I have a lot of followers who have come on, long past when I started, and there's so many videos, it's hard for people to kind of catch up with that. And you don't expect them to. And some of it was, timely because of what we're going through in the world. And others were just plain silly. Or, some of them were just like of the moment. And that's enough. That moment's gone. Well, that's like my memory at any time. So, well, there's a couple of things that I also know. One of the things people need to know about Nettie and why I'm doing this is because I'm first a minister in the world, a minister of love. And I do feel like I have a calling. And at one time I thought I was supposed to be a pastor. And then I realized I don't think I'd fit. Well, I am honest about that, because I've seen that there are wonderful, wonderful churches and pastors in the world, but it's not for everyone. And, I believe that Jesus was very clear that we needed to be going out and speaking in a language that others can understand. That was a big, big, big thing with Jesus and the Holy Spirit. And I speak a language that some don't care to learn. Well, they're lost. Well, but the language I tend to speak is one of gentle evangelistic gentleness. See, some can't speak my language and sometimes I can't. Gentleness. Gentle ministry. So there's a place where gentle spirituality is important, because we're kind of getting bombarded with a lot of do this or you're going to hell, and vote this way or you're not real, and you're, say Merry Christmas or you're going, well, none of that fits me. Also, the people who go into church usually are looking for what they need and getting what they want and putting in the work to give that to others. So, that's not necessarily where you're going to find people who need to hear the message. So Nettie's way of distributing a message of love has been evolving since last September. And you can watch that evolution, because I'm going to do something a little radical. Well, first of all, let me preface it with this. I've been putting most of the stuff up on YouTube because I have a YouTube channel, Moments with Nettie. And I have a website called Moments with Nettie. And everything that I post goes back to Moments with Nettie and YouTube, including on Facebook. Well, Facebook, I just found out, they've been tricking Nettie. So nobody's seen things. I found out that when you put up a page and you start getting people to follow you, that they change the algorithms so that you work things their way and maybe buy ads and stuff. Well, Nettie doesn't have that kind of money. I don't have that kind of money coming in. I don't charge for my ministry, so I'm just not going to do that. But what I am going to do is start putting up my videos first on Facebook, and then I will put them up on YouTube so people can go back to that channel and see them whenever they want. In the meantime, I'm going to kind of try to beat the game, because what I'm going to do is take a hiatus. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to do something called Annoying August. Well, maybe anything goes August, because my thought is that I take some reruns of the best liked videos and replay them every day on Facebook, so that they're native to Facebook, and there's more people might get to see a few of those. And, as always, the people who know Nettie well knows you can always just go to momentswithnettie.com or to YouTube, Moments with Nettie, and just look at any one you ever want to do. And, you can even delete it all, because, well, if it's not for you, Nettie's okay with that. Just be gentle about disowning me. So what I'm going to do is starting tomorrow, I'll be putting up 1, maybe 2 videos a day for people to look at if they want to. But they're going to get into the Facebook system so that Nettie can take a little bit of a rest. And I was going to call it Annoying August, because that's all I was going to do. But I realized anything goes August really fits better, because you know what? If I want to do a video in the middle of the month because it just is right, or we're going to get our boat back and I want to maybe do the launch, I'll do that. So anything goes August with Nettie Fitz and Pitley at Moments with Nettie on Facebook, Moments with Nettie at www.momentswithnettie.com. That's a lot to spit out. Or Moments with Nettie at YouTube. And I'm on Instagram and Twitter. And, Sermonetties, I haven't made a decision. Sermonetties is so new. It's my podcast. And, the podcasts are more of my serious reflections from the week. And so anything that I've done during the week on my videos on Woo Wednesday and Fast Talkin' Friday. Oh, Jimmy, I'm glad you're here. I don't do Fast Talkin' Friday. 5-minute Friday. If it was fast talking, it could be less than 5 minutes, but it just never makes it. I always go over. Thank you, Jimmy. Jimmy's here with a mask, and he's 6 feet away, and he hasn't been around for a long time because we've had that separation order. Oh, yeah, we're not married. You know what that's called. That whatever the governor puts into place, that's really important. Self-separations. Isolation. Well, that's isolation ignorance. People don't know what to do about that. What? Whatever. we know what it meant. So he has a nice mask on, especially because I can't wear one right now when I'm talking to you. I've tried that before. Anyway, I forgot what I was going to say. So where I was talking to you about sermonettes. And, that's kind of important because sermonettes are brand new. And, they're about 16 weeks old. I mean, that's 4 months, but it feels like just yesterday. I love doing sermonettes. It's a part of my ministry that, I don't practice because I don't have a church, and I will never have a church. I've been a lay minister, a certified lay minister in the Methodist Church, and preached from the pulpit many a time. But, now that I've been called into this ministry, I am going to be preaching to myself first and then to all my followers, because it's the more gentle spirituality, the more gentle way of trying to be in a world full of chaos. And Nettie needs her sermons more than anybody else does. And what happens is I kind of realize that over the week when I'm doing my video blogs, that even the funniest of videos or messages have a serious side to them. And by the time Sunday comes, I see something inside of me that needs a little bit more to hone in on what the message is for me going forward, not just in my ministry, but in my relationships. So it's always essential for people who are teaching others something like being a first responder in love and being light to the others, that they check themselves. Every minister should do that before they get into the pulpit, and many do. That what you are saying, you hopefully are trying to practice. So, anyway, sermonettes at anchor.fm. They're there for those who wish to have an audio version of some of the things Nettie's practicing. And, I realize there's a lot of the boomer generation that doesn't do podcasts, so that's a challenge. So, it's time for me to stop this video. It's going to be the last live one until who knows. Nettie changes her mind enough. So, like I say, anything goes in August. And maybe it's going to get annoying. You know how to move past something in Facebook that you don't want to watch. And if you want to watch this intentionally, you have 3 platforms: YouTube, momentswithnettie.com, and you have Facebook. So you can ignore it wherever you want. But most of all, what Nettie could use, if you have friends who don't receive this or haven't for a while, I realize that out of 243 people who've liked Nettie's page on Facebook, only 3 to 10 people actually get to see the videos when they're put out, because that's what Facebook does. They want me to pay money for ads, and it's not going to happen for a while. So, be sure to share it so that other people can get in on board if they want to. And that I hope that the messages reach you. And if they don't, write to me. Just private message me or email me at nettiefitzenpitley@gmail.com. I'll put that in the instructions. But, I'm only here for those who care to listen and who want to be encouraged, want to have a laugh or two, and don't mind seeing an old lady make a fool of herself sometimes. But most of all, it's to start tenderizing our hearts a little bit about being accountable for loving others no matter how hard it is. That I will never give up on. That is the goal. So for now, Nettie's going to say ta-ta. Well, I think Winnie the Pooh says ta-ta for now. I don't say ta-ta for now because my cousins used to call number 2 ta-ta. Ta-ta for now is getting to be a dangerous thing to say in my old age. Oh, whatever. Too much information. TMI. So here we go. Be a first responder in love. Be the light. And remember, Nettie loves you so much that she's going to take a break and renew a little bit. And take a hiatus. Jimmy, that doesn't mean you're going to take a hiatus, because, really, our hiatus means planning for September, season 2 of Nettie. Moments with Nettie. Oh, I'm so excited. Aren't you excited? Okay, bye-bye. Nettie loves you. Oh, Jimmy, I can turn this off all the time when you're not here, and here you are. I think it's the sunglasses. Send me an email and sign up for Nettie's new newsletter, soon to come out. Remember, sign up. Send me an email. I don't get an email. Please sign up. You know the ticket. Remember to subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Thank you.